At Castrol, we've set the benchmark in the production of premium lubricants for over 100 years. We've done that by constantly improving our products and by focusing on research and development to ensure that Castrol is at the cutting edge of the lubricant industry. At Castrol, our heritage is as important as our future.
Castrol, the very first oil specifically produced for internal combustion engines. It is always with Castrol that these feats are accomplished. It is always Castrol which is behind the winner.
In 1899, Charles Cheers Wakefield began manufacturing and selling Castrol lubricants for cars, motorcycles, and aircraft. These products, originally made from castor oil, were the lifeblood of early motor car, motorcycle, and powerboat racing. They can rightfully claim to be the world's fastest oil with their 21 land speed records, including the 1,228 km/h supersonic speed set by the Castrol Thrust SSC. Castrol products have also helped drive teams in Formula One, in the popular NASCAR Canadian Tire Series, in NHRA drag racing, and the World Rally Championship. So our heritage is as deep and successful as our willingness to listen to our customers. And hearing what those customers have to say has resulted in Castrol creating a whole new family of synthetics. Synthetics that give Castrol an unsurpassed edge in the lubricant marketplace. Oil is the very lifeblood of all motors. Its primary role is to lubricate moving parts and to prevent overheating from friction. But it also provides a protective coating on all these metal components while transferring dirt and harmful particles to the oil filter. Oil holds in suspension nasty byproducts of combustion, such as silica and acids. And finally, engine oil minimizes the exposure to oxygen and thus oxidation or rusting at higher temperatures. To understand how Castrol moved into the conventional and synthetic oil leadership role, we have to look at the origins of lubricants. Both conventional oil, such as Castrol's top-selling GTX, and synthetic oil, such as Edge, begin their life as crude, drawn from deep under the ground in porous rock formations, or in tar sands near or just below the Earth's surface. Typically, this crude oil is refined in a process called hydrocracking to produce a base oil. And this is where the two varieties of oil separate. Synthetics are achieved through a complex synthesis process that is applied to the base oil. This process modifies it into a form that does not occur in nature. Now, both conventional and synthetic oils are combined with several additives. The mix is about 85% base oil and 15% additives. Why additives, you ask? Additives accomplish several things that are required for today's engines. And Castrol, one of the very few manufacturers that develops its own formulated additives, has specifically designed additives that will protect these highly stressed engines from a variety of pressures. Additives allow oil to withstand both hot and cold weather conditions by becoming multigrades. The numbers on a multigrade bottle of oil are an indication of its viscosity or thickness. The 5W indicates the winter viscosity, and the 20, the summer or hot weather viscosity. Viscosity is measured and numbered with the use of a viscometer. Each grade of oil is passed through a specific size orifice, and its flow rate is timed. The thinner the grade of oil, the faster it moves through, giving it a lower viscosity number. However, oil, like syrup, once heated in an engine, becomes thinner, giving it less resistance to motion. And while this decreased engine resistance will give you better gas mileage because your motor is running freer, it may not provide enough of a barrier between the moving metal parts. This is where the viscosity additive comes in. The 5W means that this oil will stay fluid below freezing, making it easier to start your car, while the 20 ensures that the oil will not thin out when reaching the boiling temperature of 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Using a 5W30 multigrade will give you the same cold weather protection, but in hot weather the oil will not thin out as much as the 20 grade. And so by extension, you can see why various grades of oil are offered for as many different weather conditions as well as proprietary engine differences. The additive that ensures this fluidity at extreme temperatures is called Viscosity Index Improvers, or VIIs. The thing to remember is that these VIIs are not lubricants, so each time a VII molecule gets broken by extremes in shear rate, temperature, and pressure, then the conventional multigrade oil loses its high temperature viscosity. Coupling this with the oil becoming dirty and oxidized gives good reasons to have periodic oil changes. Take some time to look at and understand the information included on the front and back of the bottle of oil. The circle, or starburst, tells you that this oil is for gasoline engines, as opposed to diesels. It also indicates that this oil is energy conserving. Now, turn the bottle around. The API symbol confirms that this lubricant was tested and approved by the American Petroleum Institute. About every 3 years or so, API, after putting lubricants through extensive and costly reliability tests, releases a new S, or spark ignition standard. This bottle is rated SN, meeting the most current specifications. Just across from the API symbol, or donut as it is known in the industry, is a list of other independent North American and European quality control agencies. These companies play a big role in ensuring that every Castrol lubricant has been put through a battery of reliability tests. For instance, ILSAC GF5 approved oils are recommended by almost all auto manufacturers. Why? Well, because these manufacturers know that this oil has met, and in the case of Castrol, exceeded their stringent engine component wear, viscosity, and fuel economy requirements. Castrol supplies two types of S, or spark ignition lubricants, conventional and synthetic. We know that conventional or petroleum oil must go through a refining process to help remove harmful components such as wax and aromatics, whereas synthetics are produced in a controlled laboratory environment. So, what's the difference? And while both are excellent, reliable products, why is one superior to the other? Well, synthetic motor oils are fuel-efficient extended-life lubricants, manufactured from selected base stocks and special-purpose additives. Synthetic oil-based stocks are made from organic compounds, or synthetic hydrocarbons, using a process that rearranges the structure so all the molecules are uniform in size, shape, and weight, a phenomenon that does not occur in nature. Also, in contrast to conventional oils, which are pumped from the earth and refined, synthetics are custom designed to produce, in effect, the ideal predictable lubricant. Here are some of those predictable behaviors. Synthetics are oxidation or rust resistant. They are chemical resistant. They have great thermal stability in the challenging Canadian cold and hot weather conditions. They have low toxicity, low volatility or burn-off rate. Synthetics have a longer life expectancy, as they maintain their properties much better than conventional oils throughout the entire drain cycle. Castrol develops and blends its own proprietary additives that are produced and closely monitored for uniform consistency right through the production process. So when developing the Edge family of synthetics, Castrol also listened to its customers, and they told Castrol that they wanted lower oil consumption, greater distance traveled between oil changes, low temperature performance during our harsh Canadian winter season, and because of rising gas prices, greater fuel economy. In other words, everything that Castrol Edge pledged to do. Now, Edge has been taken to a new level with the introduction of Castrol Edge Professional. Edge Professional has been engineered by experts, with experts, for experts, as an exclusive original equipment manufacturer's only motor oil. Castrol's expertise in the automotive lubricant business goes back over 100 years. Our global network of Castrol lubricant engineers search constantly for new products that are especially suited to prolong the life of today's engines while improving reliability. These same in-house Castrol engineers collaborate with OEM automotive experts worldwide to design lubricants that exceed the specifications and capabilities of ordinary grade products. Edge Professional was created to fulfill the needs of automotive experts on the professional level with proven performance claims. The main claim being that our proprietary titanium FST strength technology additive reduces energy consumption by maintaining strength in a modern engine's highest stress points. As Edge Professional is only available at the OEM environment level, this, in fact, becomes your exclusive oil. To protect your investment in Castrol's new Edge Professional Synthetic, we have restricted distribution to all the other lube fill outlets. This includes aftermarket retailers and wholesalers, lube shops, and independent mechanics. Castrol values the confidence that OEMs have in our top-of-the-line synthetic products, and we have rewarded that confidence with this exceptional exclusivity. And Castrol went that extra mile in creating Edge Professional by co-engineering this elite synthetic formula with OEMs. We set our standards at the highest level so that Edge Professional met the toughest criteria as defined by the original equipment manufacturer's requirements. So how do you, an OEM dealer, win? And also, what advantages will your customers realize after a Castrol Professional fill? Well, first of all, your customers are now in a position to protect their vehicle investment by choosing a premium synthetic that has been singularly designed for today's sophisticated engines. Unique to Castrol's ultra-premium synthetics, Edge Professional includes titanium FST strength technology. Titanium FST strength technology is a unique and proprietary formula that reduces volatility and provides superior protection to critical engine parts. Today's modern engines are highly stressed. Manufacturers have done this to increase performance while getting the most out of every liter of fuel. But in the process, they have reduced the weight of internal engine parts and increased valve train pressure dramatically, thus demanding more of engine lubricants. Titanium FST strength technology is especially effective as a protective coating on camshafts and valve trains. It achieves this by actually adding strength at the oil's molecular level to ease or reduce the pressure at these critical metal-to-metal high-impact areas, thus producing the optimum in friction reduction. FST was also designed to give performance and protection in extremes, including towing, hauling, rapid acceleration, stop-and-go traffic, and especially high and low temperatures. As an example, we took regular conventional oil and Edge Professional down to minus 25 degrees Celsius. The conventional oil pour was sluggish, while Edge Professional poured at about the same rate as when it was at room temperature. So, because Edge Professional stays fluid in all temperatures, it will move quickly to protect vital engine components. Also, starting or cranking time is much shorter and easier, along with a reduced engine warm-up period. These qualities alone can result in greater fuel economy, less battery strain, and less engine component wear. As mentioned, reduced wear is extremely important in highly loaded areas such as bearings, camshafts, and valve trains. This was a especially significant aspect when Castrol technologists went about developing Edge Professional with titanium FST strength technology.
10 years ago, the average engine pressure was roughly half what it is today to achieve all the things you're looking to achieve. Before, engines didn't have all the stresses they have nowadays, so we reviewed a series of engine components and found the one that experiences the most pressure, which is the valve train. So that's equivalent to having two elephants stood on a stiletto heel during part of the cycle. You can see pressures that are of the equivalent of 10 tons acting on a square centimetre.
An analogy of that would be if you got a sledgehammer and you stood that on the edge of a razor blade, the contact pressure here would be of the order of a gigapascal. That line contact is like the sledgehammer on the razor blade, and it's only the strength of the oil that stops those parts scuffing and galling and wearing out in just a few minutes.
So it's more than just responding to temperature, but responding to pressure as well.
It uses particular valve train technology that we've selected, which is one of the most severe, and we look at the exact amount of metal-metal contact occurring under several conditions of load and temperature. We compare Edge against competitor products, and we find that Edge provides the lowest metal-metal contact of the oils we tested.
But when you get down to the microscopic level of these contacts, it's got a tremendous ability to resist pressures that would cut you and I right in half.
So, Edge Professional with fluid strength technology protects your customer's automotive investment in several proven ways. It helps maximize short and long-term engine performance. It helps sustain improved performance for a longer time, even when under pressure. It delivers excellent protection when reducing metal-to-metal contact between the critical engine surfaces, and it enhances the engine efficiency. Another Castrol proprietary customer advantage is that Edge Professional is microfiltered. Even though microfiltering has several advantages, its most important one is the removal of harmful particles during the manufacturing process. Particles that could damage an engine's high-impact bearing surfaces. Castrol's microfiltration process is set at an industry-high 99% removal of particles greater than 22 microns. This high standard achieves, and in most cases exceeds, factory fill specifications as defined by all OEMs, which means that the oil your shop delivers to your customers is as pure as what the car came with when it was new. Castrol's Edge Professional also has other superior-made in-house proprietary additives to help fight off deposits and deposit formations, keeping the engine cleaner. The Edge Professional synthetic lineup also offers greater thermal stability, so that volatility and evaporation are reduced when compared to a conventional petroleum product. Castrol Edge Professional is the world's first certified CO2 neutral lubricant. Every liter is certified to the highest global standards in response to consumer demand for environmental progress and cleaner driving. We are committed to reducing our CO2 footprint throughout our product's life and neutralizing the remaining CO2 with our offset partners. Our unique quality standard uses an industry-leading double filtration process to ensure ultimate cleanliness. This advanced filtration ensures 99% of all particles, 22 microns, are removed and that every liter meets Castrol Professional's exacting quality standard. For you, the OEM dealer, the advent of Edge Professional heralds the beginning of a whole new era of exclusive Castrol premium lubricants. Products that will create a sense of well-being in your customers, with the knowledge that this oil has been completely endorsed by the manufacturer and dealer. This is an opportunity to offer a unique lubricant to that select client base that only wants the very best for themselves and for their vehicles. Because Edge Professional is available only to dealerships like yours, you do not have to compete against discount quick lube shops. When your customers understand the benefits of using Castrol Edge Professional and understand that it is only available at your dealership, it allows your dealership to maintain a price point and margin and helps with customer retention. In other words, this is a win-win situation for both your customer base and for your bottom line. So not only did Castrol provide the OEM environment with an exclusive signature synthetic product, but it was co-created with Castrol and OEM engineers. And it enhances your dealership's marketing strategy through exclusivity, while allowing you to maintain a premium price point. Also, to help promote and market Edge Professional, Castrol has developed a product-specific support program. This includes dealer support material, consumer communication information, and trade ads. Remember that at the OEM and dealer level, Castrol Edge Professional has been designed to be your oil. It is important to note that there are certain misconceptions about motor oil. For instance, myth number 1. Conventional lubricants made from paraffin-based crude oil are loaded with wax and will produce engine deposits. Fact. Although most conventional oils are made from these crude oil stocks, almost all of the harmful wax is removed in the refining process. Myth number 2. If my oil turns black or dark too quickly, it is no good. Fact. Often we think that oil should look the same going in as coming out, and this is not true. If the oil is doing its job of cleaning the engine, then it should be dirty, or at least darker when drained. Myth number 3. Using a synthetic will void my manufacturer's warranty. Fact. As long as the synthetic product meets the viscosity and performance requirements suggested, you may interchange them. Myth 4. If I start using a synthetic, I can't go back to a conventional product. Fact. Again, as long as both meet the manufacturer's recommended viscosity and performance requirements, you can interchange them or even top up with a synthetic product. Myth number 5. Synthetic oil can cause gasket leaks. Fact. Synthetics do not cause gasket leaks. Deterioration or hardening of the gasket material is the main cause of leaks. Myth number 6. Engines have to be broken in before using synthetic oil. Fact. With today's motors, this is no longer necessary, as both conventional and synthetic oils have a high level of a detergent additive. Myth number 7. Using a unigrade, heavier oil will make my engine last longer. Fact. Vehicle manufacturers recommend thinner multigrade oils because they gain fuel economy and they reduce engine friction, especially during cold weather startup. Also, because today's smaller engines have smaller clearances and tighter tolerances between moving parts, there have been some instances where camshaft damage has occurred because of inadequate lubrication when using high viscosity grades in colder weather. Multigrade oils are thinner. They flow much faster than heavier oils during startup and initial engine operation, and will help protect the engine from excessive wear. Myth number 8. I don't drive under severe conditions. Why should I change my oil frequently? Fact. Even with the best oil, after a while the additives wear out or the oil level depletes due to volatility burnoff. This could result in a costly engine failure. Always refer to your car's manual for advice on when you should change the oil and filter. Myth number 9. A bulk oil fill is a different product than a bottle fill. Fact. Castrol's bulk oil is exactly the same as the bottled product. even though there may be a price advantage using bulk. So it is important to consider that as the technology leader, Castrol continuously improves both conventional and synthetic motor oil performance through product innovation. And they do this so that their products deliver superior performance and greater reliability with the goal of reducing customer operating costs. And now, Castrol takes that guarantee of performance and reliability under the most extreme conditions even further with the all-new Edge Professional. Edge Professional, only available to you, the OEM dealer. Castrol. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.